Good morning, class of 2021. I hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Mr. Woods. I'm your activities director, and I'm here in the activities office because we're working on some really important dates for the end of the year for you guys, for some senior celebrations and whatnot. So I wanted to spend today to go over some of those dates. First of all, today, like in about, I'm guessing 45 minutes or so, folks are going to start heading to the school who made an appointment to be a part of the senior composite photo. In past years, what we've done is we've grouped all of you together in the gym, and we've taken a big panoramic picture of the next graduating class. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Yeah, you do, so I'll save you the spiel. So, instead, our friends at Kenneth Brown Photography agreed to work on a composite photo for you guys. So what that means is you guys will go in and take a picture against a green screen, and they will essentially Photoshop everybody together in a group photo. This is what I'm talking about. These photos have hung in the activities office for years before I came here. And it's just, it's one thing that the senior class leaves. It's also a cool keepsake for you guys to have as part of your senior year. I believe there's still some spots available as we speak, so you can go ahead and click the link. The link is also in the video description to sign up for one of those time slots. If you thought that maybe it wasn't something that you wanted to do, but then you changed your mind, you can definitely do that. We're also going to be giving out the senior t-shirt at this event, so that's really cool. It was designed by a member of the class of 2021, so that's awesome. This is just another keepsake for your senior year. Big traditions that we don't want you guys to miss out of just because of the craziness that's going on. The next big important date that I have for you guys, folks, is February the 20th. What's so important about that? It's not Valentine's Day, it's not Groundhog Day, it's not the Super Bowl, but it is an important February date. And that, folks, is the last day that you have to order your cap and gown with guaranteed sizing. So please order your cap and gown by the 20th, February the 20th. After the 20th, gowns will be sold on a first come, first served basis, and there's really no guarantee that we'll have a cap and gown that fits you. So if you're like 6'5", and you haven't ordered your cap and gown yet, you really ought to do that by February the 20th to make sure that you don't show up in some little tiny rink-a-dink cap and gown, because we want you to look well, we want you to look fitted. All of that is really good stuff. While we're speaking of senior items, you still have time to order a class ring. If you order by March 1st, they can guarantee your class ring comes to you before graduation date, which is awesome. We also want to remind you to order your yearbook if you haven't done so yet. 2020-21 has been a crazy school year, and it wouldn't be the same without a yearbook still. So make sure you get that. If you've already started ordering all of these senior items, or if your parents have already started ordering these senior items, I need to remind you guys that you need to have all of that paid for by March 2nd. So tell mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, whoever it is who's been paying for your grad stuff, that they need to pay for that by March the 2nd. So those are your important February dates. The next big date that you guys need to know about is March the 15th, 2 days before St. Patrick's Day, but that's not exactly why. It is so important. It is when we hand out your senior grad announcements. So if you guys remember, back in December, you voted on your class song, your class flower, and your class motto. And there was some to-do about that. But those are the things that get printed on the inside of your grad announcements. So we think they're pretty important. You think they're pretty important. You thought that they were important enough to vote on them twice. So let's talk about that. We are going to be distributing those on campus on March the 15th. So be looking for information about that fine paper distribution, March the 15th. Since I have now begged you to please order your caps and gowns by a certain date and make sure that you pay for things a certain date, let's talk about when you get the cool cap and gown. You get your cap and gown distributed to you on the 11th of May. That's a Tuesday. Tuesday, the 11th of May, we're going to do a distribution event for cap and gown, for honor cords, for any kind of honor medals that you may have gotten. Any academic regalia that you would wear at graduation, we're going to be handing those out to you on the 11th of May. That's a Tuesday, the 11th of May. We're doing that at 1 p.m., cap and gown distribution. So make sure that you set that time aside. Again, May the 11th at 1 p.m., cap and gown distribution. May is the time that we do all that fun stuff normally for seniors. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the Honors Assembly. Honors is going to look different this year. We actually couldn't have the Honors Assembly last year with all the craziness, and it just all hit one after the other, and we didn't have time to put it together. But this year we are still planning on doing some kind of an honors presentation. Of course, it will be online. We will be giving out department awards, announcing department awards. We'll be announcing the top 20 at that. We'll be recognizing all sorts of different things, Student of the Year, the Black, White, and Platinum Award, and all these other cool awards that normally would go out at the end of the school year. And then you'll pick those up. You'll pick up the physical awards on the 11th with your cap and gown and all that fun stuff. The second most important date that I want you guys to remember for the month of May is May the 13th, and that is going to be the Soar Through. Folks liked it so much last year, we were able to really start a tradition. And what that's going to look like is you all decorating your cars, putting on your cap and gown, getting the family into the car, grandma and grandpa, and you're going to drive through campus one last time. You're going to have teachers on either side cheering you on. It's going to be a great time. We're going to hand out some senior mementos for you, and it's just going to be a really special time for everyone involved. That's going to go on from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. 10 to 12:30 is the Soar Through. I recommend you try to get lined up early. I know last year at the longest part of the parade, it was backed up well into Ventana Ranch, like Ventana and I want to say maybe Irving. That's a long way. That's a long line of cars, and we want to make sure that we get everyone through. So 10 a.m. on May the 13th is your Soar Through. That's a really great opportunity for families to interact with you on maybe not the special day, but in the special graduation season. Everyone loved it last year, and we really look forward to making this a tradition, something good to come out of all the wildness of a pandemic. The most important date, the most important date that I want you guys to remember and write down is May the 14th, Friday, May 14th, 6:30 p.m. Can't tell you exactly what's going to happen on that date yet, but it is your set graduation date by the district. Everyone has their set dates that are set up well in advance and given out. We know it's going to look different this year. We know it's going to look different than last year did as well. So, without giving up too much information, I really want to emphatically ask you all to please save that date and that time and time around that. Probably think about 4:30 at the earliest. But please set aside time on your graduation date, which is Friday, May the 14th. Something's going to happen. I can't tell you quite yet what it's going to be, but it's going to be special. And it's going to be something that we haven't ever done before. So, keep that in mind. keep all of those dates in mind. AP testing is going to take place in May. College Board is working out the intricacies of that, as it were. So please be thinking about that. Be thinking about whether or not you want to take those AP exams and how that's going to look. In education, teachers are often told to begin with the end in mind. And we talk about backwards planning. That's teacher talk. We set a goal, and then we work back from that goal to figure out what steps students need to get there. May 14th at 6:30 p.m., that's your goal. You've been working towards this since before you knew that you were working towards it. But that date is something special for you guys. Don't lose track now. Keep up with everything. Go to your class meetings. Keep your work turned in. Keep ahead of the ball. Okay, we don't want to leave any hawk behind on this. May 14th, 6:30 p.m. is my hope for you guys that we'll see all of you finish what you started so long ago. You're so close. You're so close. Even with all the craziness around, you're so close. You have gone through obstacle after obstacle. You've hurdled barrier after barrier. Don't give up now. Don't give up now. You've got this. I believe in you. Your teachers believe in you. Your families believe in you. May 14th, 6:30 p.m., 2021. That's your date. Don't miss that date. Don't put yourself in a position to be coming close to missing that date. But that's your date. Let's do one more rundown. Today, senior panoramic composite photo. This thing. Make sure that if you haven't signed up, you try to do that now. There's still some slots available. Second date, February the 20th. Make sure that you order your cap and gown by February the 20th. March 15th, fine paper distribution. Your announcements, all that fun stuff. The 11th of May, cap and gown distribution. That's when you get it in your hands the first time. You get to touch it, you get to put it on, and you get to really embrace that. Try it on for size. The sore through, May 13th, 10 a.m. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun celebration. Looking forward to it. And your date, the most important date in May, May the 14th at 6:30 p.m. Again, more details are coming out about that, but those are your important May dates. Those are your important February dates. That's your important March date. I also want you guys to know that we're cooking up a senior movie night. So that's coming up soon. That will be in March. We're going to have a senior movie night. We're hoping to do another senior event like the t-shirt distribution, like the movie night. We're going to have another senior event in April. And of course, all that fun senior stuff in May. Keep your heads up. Keep focused on the work. Know what you got to do to cross the finish line at 6:30 p.m. on May the 14th. And remember, as always, now more than ever, it is great to be a Hawk.